Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Melody. Thank you for being here for yet another bullet journaling video. Today, of course, we are doing November 2022, and as you can tell by the title, this month's theme is pretty special to me, I guess you could say. This is going to be the third bullet journal spread that I have done that is inspired by Miss Taylor Swift. Last November, I did my whole theme based on Taylor Swift's re-released Red album. Go check that out. I'll have it linked above or below or wherever. That is one of my favorite themes I've ever done. I think I knocked that one out of the park. So go check it out. And then this past August, I did a theme based on her song August and kind of the folklore era, I guess you could say. But today, for November 2022, of course, we all know about Taylor Swift's newest album, Midnights. And of course, that is the theme for today. How could I not? I knew this was going to be my theme since before her album came out. I just knew that this was what November's theme was going to be. And I was so excited for this theme. But let me tell you something. This is the hardest I've ever worked on a bullet journal in my life. Not because it is super difficult to do, but because I did not know what I was doing. I started going with this title page that you see here right now. I'm not talking much about it because I end up covering this all up. I thought I knew what I was doing with this bullet journal spread, and I kind of went into it thinking I could trust the process, but it didn't work. This album is a lot harder for me to capture the essence of than her past albums. Maybe because it's brand new, maybe because this album just is so layered. It is beautiful, it's tragic, it's fun, all at the same time, and I really struggled with this month's theme more than any theme I've ever had before. So that title page, I did not like it at all. I basically hated it. So this is me moving on to the second spread, where I had a little bit of a simpler idea. So honestly, ignore what I did for that first title page because I'm going to change it drastically by the end of this video. But if you did end up liking what I had there, you can do that too. I decided to keep it in because I wanted to show you guys that, you know, I don't get it right the first time, and you don't have to either, and it's easy to cover things up and try again, and I ended up trying again on that title page 3 different times. I'm only going to show you 2 of them though. Anyway, we are on to the second spread now, and obviously I have a big old clock in the middle of the page because midnights, baby, it's a time of day, so I have a clock. Pretty self-explanatory. And now I am just going in with more background color. I am using just alcohol-based markers in this month's theme. These markers are more vibrant, they blend a lot easier than any water-based marker I've ever used. The only downside is that these markers do bleed a lot. That is why I skip pages between each spread. And that is what works for me. Yes, you lose a couple pages in your bullet journal, but I think it's worth it for the use of these alcohol-based markers. I use both Copic markers and Copic marker knockoffs. They both work pretty similar, and I get great results from both of them. Now, as you can see, this background gradient is mostly the color maroon because of that beautiful song on her album. Track number 2, Maroon, is one of the most amazing songs I think I've ever heard, and I can't believe I'm saying that, but something about that song is just, it's something else. It does something to me. It is one of my favorite songs of all time. I can't believe I have the confidence to say that, but every time I hear it, I'm just like on the floor. I don't know. It's beautiful. So I knew I wanted to have a very strong maroon color somewhere in this month's theme. So that's this page. It's a lot of maroon for that song. And now, this is the next day. All my pretty nails are gone, by the way, because I worked on this bullet journal throughout an entire week, guys. I can usually finish a bullet journal in 1 or 2 days. This took me 5 whole days. Anyway, I gotta tell you guys what I'm doing. So, of course, if you've seen her anti-hero music video, which I love, she has these ghosts and sheets in that music video, so I wanted to include them somewhere in this bullet journal. I knew that from the get-go. So I'm putting them here. They're peeking out from behind the clock, and I really love them. I think they're adorable. And now I have brought in some dark floral paper. I really thought that my theme could use some more texture, and that's why I brought in this floral paper. At first I was going to use it to outline the clock. That's where you see these half circles coming in. But then I played with them and I started to layer them over the clock, over the ghosts in this abstract kind of way. And I thought that really worked. This abstract kind of feel reminds me of pop music because of how layered pop music is. It has so much dimension to it. And that is the vibe that this spread is giving me when I am layering these shapes over each other. You know what I mean? I hope you do, because to me it works. In my head, it's awesome. So I hope that kind of translates to you guys and you get what I was going for on this page, because I really do like this page. I think it is simple yet effective. For some reason, it gives me Midnight's vibes. It gives me maroon. It's giving anti-hero. It's giving layered pop music. I just love it. I love this page. And here I'm just doing the details of the little ghosties. They were a lot of fun to draw and really easy, and I think they really make this page something special. I should probably mention, as I am finishing up the final details of this spread, this is my TBR and hauled page. I don't always include a TBR and hauled list in my bullet journals, but this month I wanted to. I wanted to make sure I have 4 different spreads this month. So that is that one. That one is all done, all complete. I think I adjust it just a little bit at the end that you will see in the final flip through. Now we're on to my 3rd spread, and this spread is inspired by the song Midnight Rain. Again, oh my gosh, that song is 2.5 minutes of pure tragedy, heartache, and yet it is so much fun. I love that song so much. And so I knew I wanted a spread that had Midnight Rain, and this is my take on the song Midnight Rain, I guess. I have a navy blue to purple gradient again, and then for the raindrops I used blue, silver, and purple gel pens, which I think adds a really beautiful shiny luster to the raindrops, but also it reminds me of the song Bejeweled at the same time. So in my head I've kind of hit 2 birds with 1 stone. Yeah, I love that. And now you can see I've just done little umbrella shaped cutouts with the same dark floral paper that I used in the previous spread. I'm going to be using this dark floral paper throughout all my spreads to keep a sense of cohesion. And now I'm just adding my little slots for the books I'm planning on reading this month. I have 6 different slots here. You can see I have the stars ready for their star rating and little boxes for comments like I always do. My books read page is always very similar throughout each month. And yeah, that's it. That's my books read page. And I loved it. Now we're kind of going back to our title page, where I think the little thumbs up there was me thinking that I finally figured this out, because this is my 3rd go at this spread. I don't know if you noticed how roughed up the original drawing was underneath this new paper, but I had been pasting and ripping things off that page so many times, so I had to get a new background. So this is just separate paper that I have gradiented from black to navy blue, and I'm going to be pasting that over the original pages. This is not ideal, but it's doable. You know, I don't have grid to work with anymore because, you know, it's just regular paper now that I'm using instead of my bullet journal grid, but it is what it is, and I make it work. Gosh darn it. So as you can see, I've got the new gradient going on. I have another drawing of the iconic lighter from the album cover, and I have these strips of lavender paper. This is actually paper that I watercolored with lavender, and I've just ripped up because I really wanted lavender haze. I wanted to somehow replicate the look of a lavender haze, whatever that might look like. Smoke, fog, clouds. It's so abstract, and I struggled with this so much in my original go at lavender haze. It looked too much like mountains. If you go back to the beginning of the video and look at what I was trying to do, I did not like it. So this ripped paper is closer to lavender haze than my first attempt was. This is as good as it's going to get. I was so stubborn. I had to have lavender haze, and this is what I came up with. I hope it looks like lavender haze. I hope you guys got that when you first see this. I hope that's what it's saying to you, because man, I struggled, but I did not give up on my lavender haze vision. And so yeah, this is it. I really play around quite a lot with how I want to layer this paper. How is it going to look the most hazy without looking too cloudy? You know, it was a trial and error process for sure. And here you can see I am bringing back this deep floral paper. I have to have that in every spread now, like I said, to keep it cohesive. And as you can see, I've added some text. I have "meet me at" up by the lighter in the sky, if you will, and then the word "midnight" down below on the floral paper. "Meet me at midnight" is just iconic, you know, at this point, it's iconic. So I had to put that on the title page. And I've put a white crescent moon up at the top. I'm using a white gel pen to draw the crescent moon and also the stars. I also use a silver gel pen to add in more stars, which I think just really brings this page together when I start putting in the stars. And I do feel like it is midnight and there is a lavender haze. And I've jumped ahead. I've added back my calendar, which I had to do by hand using a ruler because, like I said, no more grid. And I threw in the title really quick, and that's that. You'll see it again with the final wrap up, don't worry. But I am much, much happier with the title page now than I was at any other point in this process, in this 5-day process. Anyway, we are finally on to the fourth and final spread. This one is definitely the most simple. So here we go. I am kind of doing the album cover on this page, if you can see. This is my November favorite page where I will be pasting a picture of my favorite book on this page. You can see I left a white rectangle there where I will be putting a picture of my favorite read at the end of the month. And then November Fave is written where the title Midnights is written on the album. And over here on the left, I am again putting more of the dark floral paper. All of this floral paper, by the way, I'm getting out of a decorative paper booklet that I got from Hobby Lobby, just so you know. I think that works really well to finish this page and tie it all together. And then where the track list usually is on the album, I am putting lyrics from, again, one of my favorite songs on the album. I think my top two songs are tied between Maroon and Woulda Coulda Shoulda. So these are some lyrics from Woulda Coulda Shoulda. That song, it can make me cry at any given point. I love it so much. Now I am using my little Fomimo printer to print out some little November calendars because I'm going to be putting my goal tracker over on the left where the floral paper is. Alright guys, it's time for the final flip through. I am finally done with this month's theme. This has been a labor of love, but let me tell you something. Looking back now, doing this voiceover, I am so proud of myself. I am proud that I stuck with it, especially with this title page. Looking at it here in the close-ups, you can really see the essence I was going for. I think, dare I say I nailed it. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments, but I think I nailed the midnight feel and the lavender haze on this page. And I'm just happy that I stuck it out and I finally reached a point where I'm happy with it. You know, that's all I want at the end of the day. I want to like my own bullet journal. So I'm very proud of that page. And now on to the second spread, my TBR and hauled page. The only thing different about this from before is I put little speech bubbles by the ghosts, and they say, "It's me. Hi. I'm the problem, it's me." Of course, from Antihero, I had to do it. Again, at this point, it's iconic, so I just thought that was a really fun additional touch that I've added to this page. Now I'm flipping to the third spread, my books read page, which I never did write books read on this page anywhere, but that's okay. I ended up really liking this page. It's simple yet fun, and again, it reminds me of Bejeweled and Midnight Rain at the same time. At the very bottom here, I have a little bit of a lyric that I wrote in gel pen and then tried to write over with regular pen. It looks a little wonky, but it says, "I never think of him except on midnights like this," which is the last line to that song Midnight Rain and cuts you in the heart every time. So love it. I love this page. I hope you guys like it too. Now onto the last page, my simple goal tracker and November favorite page. This one, it just speaks for itself. There's nothing flashy about it, but it also definitely, I think, looks like the album cover. And here you can see the lyric I chose from Woulda, Coulda, Shoulda. "God rest my soul, I miss who I used to be. The tomb won't close, stained glass windows in my mind. I regret you all the time." Talk about a lyric that just has me in a chokehold. Anyway, that wraps up that spread, and that wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my Midnights by Taylor Swift bullet journal theme. I had a great time filming this. Even though it was difficult, I'm so proud of it. I hope you guys liked it. Subscribe if you feel so inclined, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!